Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Jesus alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, call a familiar face. Call all the folks you know, from your family and relatives to your friends, your classmates, your roommates, your significant others, your spouses, and everyone else. From friends, amigos, comrades, compadres, to your frenemies and enemies. Tell them that your boy is doing his YouTube CVS station identification. No, it is not. The Pharmacy, its channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here is your host of the show, where there's ordinary and there's him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful intro. My name is Eric Lima, and I'm coming at you with another episode of WEML-TV. Channel 77 is 711. That is correct, and it's still November the 9th, 2021, 10:25 p.m. I just got done watching NXT 2.0 a long time ago, about 25 minutes ago, but now we are about. Now, I just got done also rehearsal. We're working on new song. I'm working on some songs for the Sunday service, and we're working on Christmas songs, ladies and gentlemen, to get ready for the Christmas service that we're about to do. And it seems like to me, I don't know if it's the Sunday before Christmas or the Sunday after, because Christmas is on a Saturday this year. Very unique situation. All right, then. So we're gonna have some fun because But for right now, we're not gonna worry about Christmas. We're gonna worry about Thanksgiving. That's coming up, and it's about 2 weeks from this coming Thursday. So I'm really excited, really stoked about that. And it's time for some NXT 2.0 Event Center for tonight's date of November the 9th, 2021, and really exciting things happening. And let's get rocking and rolling. They kicked it off with a 6-woman tag team matchup. The team of Io Shirai, the gorgeous, beautiful genius of the sky, and the team of Kayden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro, I like to call KC Squared, going up against Toxic Attraction. That would be the NXT Women's Champ Mandy Rose and the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. Toxic Attraction TNA. Never mind. I am not going to go there. I am not to go there. Block it out, Eric. Block it out. Come on now. Come on, let's get serious. This is wrestling we're talking about here. Anyways, this was a crazy 6-man tag match. We know Io Shirai goes all over the place, and she reminds me a lot of Lita back in the day, and because Lita likes to take risks, and I think Io Shirai could be one of the best, and that's why I think the WWE likes her so much. So Io Shirai, we'll see what happens with the Genius of the Sky. And Kayden Carter, Kacy Catanzaro, Kacy Catanzaro, the American Ninja Warrior. These ladies move fast, they're lightning fast, but Toxic Attraction's been bending all the rules and showing them why they are the champions. And Toxic Attraction did pick up the victory over the team Io Shirai and KC Squared, as I like to call them. Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. Meanwhile, then Kaylee Ray comes out to enter for her match against Sarray. More on that. McKenzie Mitchell interviewed Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne was, I did tweet to him about, I did tweet about him and Tony D'Angelo. I was like, Tony D'Angelo's making a real dumb move. He goes, if Tony D'Angelo wants to find me, I'll tell him I'm the baddest man on the planet. But then Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams interrupt him, and Carmelo Hayes was insulting Pete Dunne. Carmelo Hayes disrespected him. How about you and me tonight? He says, that's fine. Pete Dunne's fine. I'm going to show you why. So, and then before the match between Kaylee Ray and Sarray, MSK journeyed to find the shaman, because they said never trust a shaman. So, I don't know, the shaman could be John Morrison. He calls himself the shaman of sexy, so you never know for sure. But who the shaman guy is, we don't know who he is, but he said he came up with the name NXK. And they're looking for him as a manager or something? I don't know. And they said that, the guy moved, and they said, we have to go. Everything else, it was too funny. So, anyways, Sarray and Kaylee Ray, Sarray's still young. I think she's got a lot to learn, and Kaylee Ray did pick up the victory over Sarray. And then McKenzie Mitchell interviewed Joe Gacy when he goes one-on-one with Boa, and he thinks that Boa is wearing a mask or something like that. Joe Gacy's like a little out there. It's like Waylon Mercy and Bray Wyatt combined, this guy. And because he's got the big man, he's reaching out to Harland. And so anyways, Boa went up against Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy. Boa had the war paint that was passed on to him from Mei Ying. We haven't heard from her a lot. And then I think when Boa was down, something happened. The lights were on. Boa acted like he was possessed, and he was trying to do like a nerve hold on Joe Gacy, but he was on the ropes doing it. And then after the referee administered the 5 count, Boa was disqualified, giving Joe Gacy the victory. And then McKenzie Mitchell interviewed Solo Sikoa about his debut. Actually, before that, Diamond Mine cut a promo on Jacket Time, as the Creed brothers will go up against Jacket Time. That Jacket Time is the team of Ike Manjiro and Kushida, the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. And Malcolm Bivens is not happy about Jacket Time, and he says the Creed brothers will beat him. And then McKenzie Mitchell interviews Solo Sikoa, and then Grayson Waller interrupted him. I was like, Grayson, what are you doing, bro? And then LA Knight starts interrupting both of them. And then Sikoa goes, you know what? I've had enough. You two versus me. 3 men enter. 1 man wins. I was like, it's a triple threat match. And then both Knight and Grayson Waller were both arguing. Bron Breakker was in the UK, though. He said, he's really excited about being part of the UK tour. And he says he's come back to the States. He's going after Ciampa for that NXT championship. And then it was Jacket Time versus the Creed brothers. The Creeds did pick up the victory over Jacket Time, but then Odyssey Jones started blindsiding the NXT Cruiserweight champ Roderick Strong, and then all 6-man brawl to the point where next week it will have a 6-man tag. It'll be Odyssey Jones and Jacket Time versus the Diamond Mine. So that's another match. Toxic Attraction were about to walk out on the NXT parking lot. They were interviewed about their victory over the team of Io Shirai and Team KC Squared. That would be Kayden Carter and Kacy Catanzaro. That's what I call them. And, they said, if Kaylee Ray wants a piece, you get that line. And then Raquel Gonzalez pulls up in her motorbike, says, hey, keep that title warm for me. You're coming, But then Raquel Gonzalez enters the arena in her bike, gets inside the ring, and then she goes, I want the NXT Women's Championship match, but I want Dakota Kai. Come on out, Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai kind of responds. She's acting a little crazy, and then got blindsided by Cora Jade. And then Raquel Gonzalez kind of held her back, and he goes, I understand you're upset with her, but she's mine. Cora Jade had no problem with it, about the fist bump, and then Raquel Gonzalez goes, forget it. Seems like the women's division is going to get a little catty now and jockeying position now that Mandy Rose is the champion, so better look out for that. Andre Chase University, the subject was mental toughness. One student disrespected Andre Chase, but the other student kind of corrected him on what's going on, and then he goes, thank you for that insight, appreciate it. So. And then the Grizzled Young Veterans were walking around. They said our distraction, and they need to work on their tag team specialties. And it got to the point where they distracted the customer and robbed them all his food, which I think is pretty funny. And 2 well-dressed men started to become scoundrels. So the Grizzled Young Veterans are going to have a lot of fun there. Cameron Grimes went one-on-one with Ru Feng, and Cameron Grimes did pick up the victory. But then Duke Hudson interrupts his victory and then challenges him to a poker showdown for next week. Cameron Grimes says, you're on. So it'll be very interesting to see how that happens. Then the triple threat match happened. Grayson Waller versus LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa did end up picking the victory. If he keeps on picking his victories, I see him joining Roman Reigns and and Sikoa's 2 brothers, the Usos, to be part of the bloodline. And I know, if I know Roman Reigns, he's the Universal Champion, Usos Tag Team Champion. So Sikoa gets called up. He may target Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental title if he goes on the main roster. And I would not be surprised he goes on SmackDown to join up with his brothers and cousin, part of the bloodline. Never know what's going to happen. And then McKenzie Mitchell interviewed the All Aussie team of Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada about things not going their way in that ladder match. And then, as they were talking, Tony D'Angelo interrupts them, and he's upset that Pete Dunne and Dex Loomis is ducking him, and then hands him a dead fish and tells him to give it to Loomis. Let's just say that Tony D'Angelo, you're gonna be in way over your head, dude. You're in way over your head. And then Elektra Lopez was getting ready for a matchup with both Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, and she goes, "Zion Quinn, I hope you're watching." Boy, Zion Quinn's been a target of all the ladies as of late. Sheepers. Anyways, Tommaso Ciampa was touring the UK as well. He says all the superstars. He talked about Bron Breakker. And so we had a lot of fun there. Elektra Lopez went one-on-one with a newcomer, Erica Yan. Lopez did pick up the victory. And then she calls out Zion Quinn. Zion Quinn comes out and goes, "Hey, you got what it takes. I'd like for you to join the Legado del Fantasma." And Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde like, "Let's go." I think having a big man like Zion Quinn, that would benefit Santos Escobar. But then he looks at it, he goes, "You're amazing, Elektra, but I can't get down with Legado del Fantasma." And then Joaquin Wilde pushes, no one turns down Legado del Fantasma. And then he attacks both Zion Quinn and Raul Mendoza. But then when Elektra Lopez tried to go in there, he did a little dance and kind of stared at her and walked away. And Bethany's like, "There's a little sexual tension there. And the lady just recently got married. What is up with the WWE with these storylines again?" I don't know what's going on. Anyways, but guess what's coming December 5th on Sunday? WarGames! That's right, WarGames is coming Sunday, December 5th. Who is going to battle who in that Tuesday? They have a women's WarGames, and they have a men's WarGames. This ought to be fun. So, anyways. And then McKenzie Mitchell interviewed Kyle O'Reilly. He says, "My career's at a crossroads, but this thing with Von Wagner, I think we got something going here." And then probably thinking about going for the tag team titles. The Imperium interrupts him, and then he starts talking, and all of a sudden, Von Wagner comes up. There's a problem, and Von Wagner did walk away from that whole ordeal. Then the main event, Pete Dunne goes up against the North American champion Carmelo Hayes. But before all that, Dexter Loomis joins on commentary, and it looks like Wade Barrett come back to commercial break. From commercial break, Wade Barrett says, "Thank you for all that insight." Oh, I wonder if he was talking off screen. So, anyways, they had the picture-in-picture thing. But in the end, Johnny Gargano was dressed as a zombie. And all of a sudden, Carmelo Hayes gets distracted. And then there was a zombie there and distracted Carmelo Hayes. Pete Dunne picks up the victory. And then I found out it was Johnny Gargano giving Dexter Loomis a thumbs up. Loomis is going like this. And that is NXT 2.0 today. Man, tell you what, it's gonna be interesting to say the least on what's gonna happen. But tomorrow night is AEW Dynamite. We're gonna have a little bit of fun there. I can't wait. So that's all the time we have on this show. We're gonna upload this video. It's my last video for the night, and we'll do it again tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is Whammy Mania Wednesday, as you know. I am the champion in the 80s version. Overnight, it was at $9,750 in cash and prizes. So I got to defend my title in the 80s version. But in the 90s, in 2019, in which I always start off, I'm trying to get out to Schneider, getting whammied out 4 times. So we're going to see if I can rectify that situation. All right? So I will see you guys later. Until the next episode comes around, I wish you all the peace, all the love, and the blessing going forth. All right? God bless you guys, and have a great and wonderful night.